Subscribe to Skid Nation.
Alright guys, welcome back to a new video on the Skid Nation YouTube channel. This is Cobra. As you guys may know, if you guys are just now figuring out that I have a voice changer on, the context for that is I'm slowly losing my voice, or I'm sorry, I practically already lost my voice. I am getting to, I guess I don't know what's happening over here. I'm gonna level with you. So for the meantime, I had to get this video out because not only have I not uploaded in a minute, there's I guess too many people who aren't understanding my original videos on how to set up specific sniffers and are giving me shit because they're not following my instructions as included or not using self-ideal common sense. So maybe it's not common sense, or overall common sense for some people because it doesn't click for a lot of them as it does like myself. So I'm going to be going step 1 all the way up to step whatever, and I'm going to be as slow as possible in this video. Hopefully the text is flashing right now. If it isn't, then that's probably my editing fault. I am an editor of my own videos. I do all the editing, I do all the intros, I do all that other stupid stuff. Mainly what I'm trying to do is educate people. I don't really plan on doing anything else besides educating people. This is really for educational purposes only, and yeah, it's more important that you guys have a great understanding of how to counteract these quote-unquote script kitties. Well, it's not really much of a, yeah, it's script kiddie work because it's using other people's programs as a term of malicious intent. So, you need to download the pre-requirements. They'll be left down in the description down below. The pre-requirements are extremely necessary. That you have to install all of them. And I'll be going over what the pre-requirements are and showing you what you need to install. So first things first, here's the pre-requirements. If you download V credits, Silverlights, and PCAP, what this would allow you to do is allow you to open up the tool itself, because Lance does not open unless you have the pre-requirements. So WinPCAP is packet capture, it allows you to sniff for packets. Then we got the V credits and then Silverlights. If you download 86, you do not need 64. Again, you do need to install these first. So I want you to pause the video, scroll down in the description, and download the pre-requirements. And then set them up, and you will need to restart your PC in order for some of them to load. When your PC boots back up, log back in perfectly fine, and then you may proceed with the video. So once you do that, the download link for the sniffers will be available to you, allowing you to open up all the sniffers, if not a lot of the sniffers, in the folder. This is updated as of December 18th, 2023. So, yeah, I will need to provide a new download for WinPCAP probably, as all of this is around 2019, as you can see from the age over here. So once you do that, and let me grab the sniffers and pull them up. Once you download the pre-requirements, LANC should open up as nothing. You do not need an Ethernet with LANC. You could use it wirelessly and then Ethernetly. I'm familiar with the wireless and Ethernet method, so I would obviously select whatever adapter is. Before you go and select your adapters, another thing you need to do, because a lot of people, well, obviously you didn't watch any other video before they came to mind, you need to go to your settings. I have to reset my Game Boy, I'm sorry. You need to go over to Network and Internet, click Change Adapters. On Windows 11, what you need to do is go to Control Panel, and then click View Network and Status Tasks. It's the blue text underneath Network and Internet. And then you click Change Adapter Settings, and then it'll also take you to the same screen. Now, where you're here, if you're not doing this wirelessly, what Well, first things first, you're gonna right click on your Wi-Fi, go to properties, bringing up the properties option. So that this is gonna help you deselect IPv6, so it can help you ARP spoof, because having it on is not going to give you the tabs. But since I've already disabled it, it's going to give me the tabs, and then the tabs help me select stuff. So now for the overall understanding of what you're selecting and unselecting, and keep all the settings remaining the same. Don't try to match them with mine. All of them should be selected and unselected as they see fit, unless you have a general understanding of what you're doing. Unselecting IP version 6 is the new and updated versions, I guess, of the IPs. I don't really have much knowledge about that, as I didn't really do much research before going into this video. I'm just scuffing off the base. The IP version 6 is a more advanced version of the IP version 4, which you should always have selected on your Wi-Fi adapters. What the IP version 6 were to do is, I guess it's a step in for the IP version 4, as if it were to be disabled or non-functioning. IP version 6 is also very much well protected, unlike a version 4, as standard packet traffic, I guess, doesn't affect it, as if you attempted to try to hit it offline with another stressor, or botnet nonetheless, the attack wouldn't go through. And if you try to look up the IPv6, I guess you would get like a general location of where the IPv6 was originally pulled, or you just wouldn't be able to pull it at all. I don't know. I haven't, because IP version 6s are extremely long. No one's ever gonna put in the 2 cents of, oh my god, an IP version 6, I'ma kick this kid offline. Which again, I would not recommend using it to DDoS people, or I wouldn't recommend DDoSing in general. That's corny, cringy skit shit. So, I believe if the editing is done right, the definitions of everything will be plastered across the screen with a general understanding of what I'll be going over. So, if you want to stay protected from all of this, as it is extremely common for someone to pull your IP on Xbox, or especially GTA, then you're going to need to get a VPN. I'll be listing 4 or 5 VPNs in the description down below. It's non-sponsored, so you're not getting any discount codes, sadly. And I will be providing a Discord invite link to my Discord server. I do have one for US NFO server. It is not my service specifically. Let me rephrase that. It's just a public NFO that I received a couple thousand years ago. Genuinely bluffing. It's like 2019, 2020 maybe. General understanding of if you have a VPN selected, what a VPN would do is it would much well hide your IP address from other individuals that are doing the IP polling, and they're keeping you from being booted offline. So I would also be linking a video link in the description down below on how to set up a VPN to your Xbox, and I would be doing another video on how to wirelessly hotspot the VPN, because apparently that's another issue people are experiencing. If you were pulling through a VPN, yeah, I would recommend using a VPN to Ethernet. Using the wireless VPN method is it's not risky, it's equally as effective as using it through the Ethernet, but you still get drag/delay if you're using an ARP spoofer sniffer. So once you have Lance and Lance Remastered set up, I'm going to open up Lance Remastered right now, and cover the baselines for that. I don't even have Lance Remastered. Okay, don't be like me, have Lance Remastered. Give me a second so I can see if I can find my Lance Remastered. Because that just disappeared, huh? That's crazy. While I wait for it to be extracted, because it is indeed somewhat of a decently long process, a couple things I want to go over, as we need to go over terminology and understanding of sniffers, and what they work on and what they don't work on, because a lot of people may have that misconception. Lance V2 is a network analyst tool. It's usually meant for protocol displays and sniffing. Sniffing for traffic, unnecessary traffic, being traffic third parties or anything of the sort. If I did get that wrong, I'll probably correct myself through the editing, but if I am indeed missing something, feel free to comment down in the description down below. I am one for mistakes. So once you have everything set up, P2P is peer-to-peer. What that is your network communicating with the other person's network and more without needing a third-party telnet. Like in this case, R6 isn't a P2P, it's hosted on a VPS server, so it's your network and another network colliding with the server, so you both are playing on the same server unharmed. So what that would do for you, usually, is keep yourself protected from individuals who are trying to grab your traffic mid-game to DDoS you, distributed denial of service, or DOS you, denial of service. Those being practically the same thing, one just means more than the other. So I will not be displaying any DDoS attacks or DOS attacks or anything of the sort because that is weird. I'm just going over the explanation behind the tool and how to set it up properly. The video is hopefully not going to be any more longer as all I was doing was rambling on. Apologies in advance. Well, luckily for me, my Xbox is on and I won't be using Lance to be the sniffer because it's, honestly, I can just, hold on, let me see here. I'm looking for my Ethernet adapters, because you could pull through an Ethernet. I'm just trying to find it. Nope. Oh, Relic Ethernet. I am blind. Yeah, it doesn't pick up. It doesn't like me. There we go. Is my console not on the Ethernet? Huh? Dun 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 dun. 127, 111. Yeah, my console's on the Ethernet. Yeah, I'm gonna keep unchecking it and selecting it until I can get my console IP to show, because that happens a lot. So give me a second until I can get my IP to show. Alright, so I just loaded into a R6 lobby with Lance. I'm gonna see if I can pull it because I'm not spoofing or anything, so I'm just gonna wing it. Hopefully pull something. Oh! I got it. $171. Wait. Okay, great, good. Just double check because I picked up a weird server, so I was like, what? Okay, so how to determine what is your console, or what comes from your console and what is the server IP versus regularly just smacking it offline. You could filter it. Filtering it just basically means any traffic that comes from a specific IP address will be pulled. I just loaded in as Ayana. So you have you're gonna have a bunch of IPs, but one thing to focus on when you're pulling IPs is sometimes they come up with a source IP. You're gonna match the source IP with your console. Wow. Yeah. So once you obviously match it with your console IP, whatever IP shows up more dominantly via the highest destination port would probably be the one that works the best for you. So, yeah, that is how you set up LANs and how to pull IPs off LANs. If you guys have any questions, hopefully I explained it to the best of my ability. The videos are going to be coming out more rampant, hopefully, if this massive headache and my will to extinguish myself were to manage and disappear. I don't have a sound cue, so I can't hear anything. So yeah. Oh. Yeah, this will be the end of the video, guys. I'm gonna finish up this game. Yeah.